Hello, South Aiken family, South Aiken faculty, staff. Once again, Sam Fuller here. I'm here with Ms. Spencer to talk a little bit about bookkeeping procedures, fundraisers, field trips, all those things. Ms. Spencer joined us last year in around November. So this is her first year starting out with us. So we wanted to make sure we covered some of those processes and procedures with you all. So once again, please make sure you pay attention, because I always talk about there are two things that will always get you in trouble: the money and the honey. Okay, and this is the money part. So, Ms. Spencer, go ahead.
All right, good evening, everyone. I would like to go over the fundraiser, field trips, P2P forms, purchasing card, and IMC orders. So with the fundraiser field trip, with the fundraiser form request, we are requesting a 3-week turnaround, because sometimes Mr. Fuller may be out or Mr. Postel may be out of town or whatever. So that gives us enough time to get your documents processed in a timely manner. Your field trip forms, the same 3-week turnaround. The earlier the better. If you want to turn your forms in 5 weeks, 2 months is fine. So that we'll have that time to get the proper signatures and approvals that we need for your field trip or fundraiser. Please do not spend any money before consulting with me and filling out a permission to purchase form. Some people get reimbursements when they buy things that they need for their classroom or their project or their fundraiser or field trip, and they cannot get the money back because there is no P2P on file. Please, let's file the P2Ps. And those P2Ps are upon approval. If it's under $2,500, that's what Mr. Fuller is in-house. If it's over $2,500, then we have to send it to district to get Mr. Postel's approval.
And let me add in something about that. Give Ms. Spencer a break real quick. One thing with the, she said it, I'm gonna say it again. See Ms. Spencer first, okay? See Ms. Spencer first. Please see Ms. Spencer first. Because she knows the amount of money that's in each account, and she'll be able to answer a lot of those questions before it even comes to me. All right, I have gotten in trouble. All right, and some of you had P card shut down. I've gotten in trouble in the past because I say, yeah, that sounds good, but see them first. Okay, don't try to skip the process. See Ms. Spencer first before you come see me. Go ahead.
And please complete the permission to purchase form entirely, like the vendor name, your name, the company, department, where the money is coming from. That will be very helpful, because what I have to do sometimes is search, or I have to search the person that completed the form to figure out where the money is coming from. And so that is very helpful. If you have the vendor, if there's a vendor that's being paid, if you can put the address down, that will be very helpful, because sometimes in our CSI system, it may be more than one person with that same name, but the vendor number is always going to be different. Okay, and the purchasing card. So this year we're doing something new. We are booking to come use the P card. So I would like to keep the P card in-house in the office to prevent someone from accidentally spending with the P card, and it also keeps down fraudulent activity. So that'll be posted probably soon, when you can probably go in and schedule your appointment.
So let me give you a little more info about what we mean by that, as far as appointment. Okay, Ms. Spencer, on the days that she's at work, okay, unless she's out sick or anything of that nature, her office door will be open and available for you to come and see her, to get P cards, turn in money, pick up all that kind of stuff, from 11 to 1 every day. Okay, outside of 11 to 1. Okay, outside of 11 to 1, Ms. Spencer's door will be closed. She will not be available except by appointment. All right, so you will get a link that, if, let's say, you need to make a purchase that morning, or you need to order something, you can set a link, and that link goes to her calendar. She knows you're coming. You just knock on the door, go in, do what you need to do, and go back out, because we want to make sure that, again, the money is a big deal. We want to make sure that she is having the time, the opportunity to focus on her responsibilities, consolidating ledgers, counting money, making bank deposits, making bank withdrawals, drop bags, athletics, tickets, all the things that go under her purview that you all don't see. We want to make sure she has those time to do those things. So 11 to 1, her door will be open for anybody and everybody to come in and do what they need to do. Before 11, after 1, her door is closed and you can come see her by appointment. Okay?
And not just P card, fundraising questions, if you need help filling out a form completely, I'm here to help. Another big issue that I dealt with after school was the IMC orders, the Instructional Material Center orders. We still need a P2P on file, a permission to purchase on file, approved permission to purchase on file. Again, when you send a request to Brandy Butler or any of her associates, please include me in the email so I will know what account needs to be charged instead of trying to figure out whose account needs to be charged or charging it to the wrong account. Now I have to go through district to get that corrected and get put on the correct account, to be charged. So that's another big issue. So please, if you're getting anything or ordering anything from IMC, include me into the email that you sent to Ms. Brandy.
All right. So to wrap things up, if you are going to do anything with money, okay? So if you're going to be collecting money, all right? If you're going to be spending money, if you're going to be traveling, which requires money, if you're going to be going on a field trip, requires money, if you're going to be doing fundraisers, which requires money, if you're doing any sort of thing with money, there needs to be a piece of paper to go along with that usage of money, that spending of money, that touching money, that collecting money, that travel. There has to be a piece of paper to coincide with any of these money interactions, okay? If you are unsure, err on the side of caution and see Ms. Spencer. If you say, you know what, I filled out this fundraiser form in July. I believe it covers this. So we sold hot dogs for the first 3 Fridays of the school year. But you know what? I want to sell hamburgers next Friday to switch it up. And you say, well, I filled out that fundraiser form. It should be okay. Before you spend that money and say, you know what? It should be okay. Ask the question and err on the side of caution to make sure you have it taken care of. Because if you spend money, if you collect money, if you fundraise, if you do anything of that nature and you don't have the proper paperwork, it is a finding and it could end up being in a P card getting shut down. It could end up in a formal letter of reprimand. It could end up in any of those things, okay? 2 things will immediately, like messing with the money can cost you your job, all right? So I'm telling you now, err on the side of caution, have a piece of paper, have a paper trail to go along with what you're doing, all right? Also, for your different departments and everything of that nature, spend your money first, okay? For your department, your academic department, for your team, for your club, for your group, spend your money first before coming to me asking me to try and spend some of the money that I collected for South Aiken. All right, I try to keep that money aside for professional development, for things for the whole faculty, for student incentives, for faculty incentives. I try to keep that money aside. So when there's something that comes up or an emergency purchase, I try to keep that money aside for those things that come up when I just need to get something taken care of. I have that money there. So spend your money first, okay? But it is all South Aiken's money. And before you touch money, before you spend it, before you go on a field trip, before you do any of that, if you don't have my signature and Ms. Spencer's signature, it is not approved. Let's be clear on that. You have to have both of our signatures before it is approved. You don't assume that it's taken care of. Have the signatures. And what's the time frame again?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay. I prefer 5. All right. But less than 3. Don't be upset if I say no. Okay. Don't be upset if I say no. And also make sure you're setting those appointments. The times are again that her office doors are open.
9,
11
no,
11
11 to 2, sorry.
11 to 1. 11 to
11
1.
to 1. 11 to 1.
11 to 1. Office doors are open.
11 to 1.
Okay. Before 11 and after 1, doors closed. Come see her by appointment. We'll send that link out so you can schedule an appointment to come see her. Put in the notes section what you're coming to see her about so she can try and have that stuff ready for you. If you need to get some tickets, if you need to get the P card, if you need to fill out a P2P and you need a question, put those things in there so she can kind of be ready for you when you come in. All right, we want to try and be more efficient because last year we had some times where the P cards was shut down, but we couldn't do some spending, we couldn't do this, we couldn't do that. We went over some charges. We want to try and eliminate those things. I'm doing some forensic accounting right now to try and know where our money's going so I can try and be better and have money for the good things that we want to spend money on. All right, so.
The travel forms.
Travel forms. Okay, completed in their entirety. Travel forms completed in their entirety. And bring that stuff to Miss Spencer first. Between 11 to 1 or by appointment at another time. Bring that stuff to Miss Spencer first and have those forms filled out in possible. And if you're collecting money, we have to have a receipt for everything. Okay? There has to be a paper trail to go along with every dollar within this building. Every dollar. Okay? So if you're receiving money, if you're collecting money, there has to be a receipt. There has to be some sort of paper, some sort of record to go along with all of those dollars. Like I said, the instruction material, don't just send an email saying, hey, can I order this? There has to be some sort of paper to go along with it, with a signature on it that is signed by me and Miss Spencer. Okay? Miss Spencer, anything else you want to add?
And to piggyback on the fundraiser or field trip, I know things come up. So if you need to extend or change the date on your fundraiser or your field trip, please come talk to me. Don't just take it upon yourself and just say, hey, we can't do it this week. We're just going to wait until next week. We can get that revised by the principal if it's within the measure of in-state. Mr. Fuller can sign off. We can send it to Pastel if it's out of state or overnight. So your fundraisers and field trips can be revised. You just have to come talk to me. But just don't take it upon yourself and say, hey, I want to add a hot dog, I want to add chips. If it's not on your fundraiser form, we can revise it. So we can make it easy.
All right. So I think that's just about it. I know we've covered a lot of information in there, but again, in dealing with the money, it can get you in trouble. Okay, and we want to make sure we stay away, get you in trouble. And I am doing you're going to hear this in multiple videos. I'm going to do a much better job this year of referring to people's responsibilities. So if you bring something to me, please don't be upset if I say, have you talked to Miss Spencer first? Okay, please don't be upset about that. That is just making sure that you are doing things in the right order and I'm not wasting your time. Because if I say, oh, that sounds good, and then all of a sudden, well, you come back, well, you said I could spend this money. You said I could do this. Miss Spencer said, no, I can't. Go see her first. Okay, she tells you no. Okay, then come see me. Then I may go talk to Miss Spencer, but then the answer still may be no. But if she says no, try to accept that answer because she's looking at things a whole lot more in depth than I can. Okay? All right, thank you, everybody. And the quiz is going to be attached every Thursday and every day. All means all.
Thank you.
Oh, I hope
So
that's recorded.
sure.